even see you. Oh, and we are live. And I say we because I am joined by a very special guest, my youngest uh, seedling. Sorry, I am still setting up this camera angle in a way. Okay. Uh, this is what happens when pre-production is stalled by a little one. Little people. Just in case you saw a head down there, you know whose it is. So, anyway, welcome to another installment of BrickWall Reviews. I'm Dave. This is little baby X, is what I'm going to call her. And tonight I am back. I'm back, baby, with another review of The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 3. And this is the most lore-heavy episode for me. Maybe not for you, but for me, because for once in my Star Wars watching career, I can actually say that I watched that and I know more than maybe a lot of other people in here know, because I actually watched some Star Wars related content that gave me context on who these people are and why they're suddenly so important to this story. First, I got to show off my shirt. Excuse me, little baby. Bam! Told you guys, if you follow me on Instagram and Twitter or Facebook, you've already seen this shirt twice. Didn't realize I uploaded it twice. And you also saw me bragging about it in the Instagram story, which I had fun doing. And I absolutely love this shirt. So I'm going to go ahead and get into this review of The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 3. But before I do that, I want to remind you guys to like our videos, like our Facebook page, follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Twitter is BrickWall, at BrickWall_live, and Instagram is just at BrickWall Reviews. And also subscribe to our YouTube channel if you love our videos, if you like our videos, or if you just want to hear people talk about random movies. Not really random, though. We do reviews weekly. We do anime reviews and film reviews, TV reviews, as you're watching right now. And we just have fun doing it. This week coming up, this Tuesday, will be Sam's anime review. And our last review last Tuesday, the Tuesday just passed, we did a theme song comparison of some of the 90s sitcoms. Well, not really 90s, but some of the sitcoms, black sitcoms that are on Netflix now currently. I am not liking this camera angle. Here we go. All right, now I am officially back in business. Okay, so we do a lot of content here on BrickWall Reviews. We would love it if you guys subscribe to our channel to get more of these videos. Help us help you. We are really looking forward to doing some great things in the future. So with all that said, and with baby Zylo trying to figure out why I'm talking so loud, I am going to jump right into this episode, The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 3. It picks up directly after Season 2, Episode 2, in which we have the Mandalorian and his passenger on the way to the planet so that they can meet up with the passenger's husband. For those of you who really don't know, go watch the review on Episode 2, because I am really still actively trying to remember everything that happened in this episode because it was so massive. So once the Mandalorian gets on this planet, his ship crashes. He pretty much goes in for a crash landing. It's going in smoking hot. Boom, crashes. Ship's kind of messed up. So he has to ask a native of the planet who looks a lot like General Akbar, which I thought they were going to say, "It's a trap," but they didn't say, "It's a trap." So I guess it wasn't him, but it was his race. So it's actually really cool. His alien species, rather, should I say. So in the process of him trying to get his ship fixed, he's also of course, reunites the mother frog creature from last episode with the father frog creature and their baby eggs. It's a family reunion, as we expected to happen in this episode anyway. Really cool, sweet reunion. But something very interesting happens. You see a shadowy figure, not really a shadowy figure, but you see a mysterious figure lurking in the shadows, watching the Mandalorian as he goes and takes Baby Yoda to get something to eat. And honestly, the scene that follows actually, it's one of the funniest scenes of this episode, if not the entire series. Baby Yoda gets his just due. For those of you who didn't like the fact that Baby Yoda was eating other creatures, other unborn creatures in the last episode. I know there was a lot of controversy about that, but for those of you who didn't like it, fret not, for Baby Yoda does get his, I think the word is comeuppance. While he's eating soup in a little bar that they stopped by for just to find some information on where to find some Mandalorians at, it's a creature inside of the soup, and it jumps out on Baby Yoda's face in a way that I thought was going to happen last episode. Remember when they had this whole spider things in there? It jumped on his face, and it reminded me of Alien, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's the face hugger!" Like they kind of followed up with I'm gonna say it was a gag they kind of followed up with. It was really cool to see them kind of I don't know, kind of just do that. I kind of like the Alien reference. I'm not even gonna lie. I just thought it was a cool reference for an Alien to happen, and I thought it was also kind of funny because it happened to Baby Yoda, who again last week was out here just eating things. So they get information from the bar owner to that there is a guy in there who knows where to find Mandalorian. So they end up following this guy to get on like this pirate boat ship type of thing, and skip. No, not really. I'm just kidding, guys. So what happens is that I want to say they're pirates. I mean, it was a water, it was an ocean, and I mean they're ship people, but I'm gonna call them pirates because I don't know what else to call them. Sailors. Okay, yeah. So the sailors go ahead and they kick Baby Yoda's little pod right into this giant fish cretin thing in the water. It was really crazy. And so the Mandalorian, of course, Mando's going to go down there and try to save him. It was all pretty much a trick and a trap by these sailors. They wanted to kill him, I guess. I don't know why. If they explained why, I didn't really hear it, or I wasn't really fully paying attention. But as far as I'm concerned, they just wanted to kill him just to kill him, or maybe just because he's Mandalorian, which is a little racist, don't you think, Star Wars? Anyway, so after that, a crew of Mandalorians come down and save Mando and Baby Yoda. Now, this is the part where I got excited. I got excited for two reasons, because seeing these three Mandalorians come down, especially two of them that were shaped as female, right? They were female. They're obviously female in the body. No disrespect to, well, I mean, that's not really disrespectful. I mean, female in the body, female in the body. I said what I said. So they were female-shaped bodies, and I was like, wow, this could be Sabine, excuse me if I'm mispronouncing the names, from Star Wars Rebels, or this could be one of the Mandalorians from the Clone War. But I really wasn't banking on that. I was really kind of banking more on Sabine. And lo and behold, it was a Mandalorian from the Clone Wars. Not just any Mandalorian from the Clone Wars. No. For all my Clone Wars watchers, everyone who watched the Clone Wars animated series from Star Wars that first aired on Cartoon Network and then aired on Netflix and then aired the final season on Disney Plus, that went into all the extensive lore. And I'm not going to lie, I did not watch all 6 seasons of the Clone Wars. I only watched certain seasons. Oh, it's all 7 seasons, rather. 6, 7 seasons? I don't know. I didn't watch all the seasons. I just watched certain seasons, certain episodes, because certain seasons and episodes were more interesting to me. On for tangent. So what ends up happening is that when that Mandalorian takes off her mask, it is none other than Bo-Katan. Bo-Katan. Am I saying? So listen, again, I'm not the Star Wars name guy. Okay, I'm not really that great with all the names and the extensive lore, but I know a character face when I see one. And once yes, Bo-Katan, I was right. Bam. Once I saw Bo-Katan's face, I went crazy. Not because I knew her name, but because I knew her face. And I said, yo, I know who that is. I know who that is. Holy crap. That was amazing. So this lets me know right now that Clone Wars, I mean, come on. We're getting Clone Wars characters in live action, not just Ahsoka Tano, which everyone knew we were getting, but we're going to get more Clone Wars characters in live action. And I love that idea. I love that notion, because I thought the Clone Wars was such a great show. The episodes that I watched, the things that I enjoyed, and not just, I mean, the characters that were just original are just catered to the Clone Wars. I love the notion that we are going to be getting them in live action, or we have potential to get more of them in live action. It's amazing. So I was excited about that. She's there, and of course, when she takes off her helmet, it freaks out Mando. Why? Because, of course, it's not the way to take off your helmet. You leave that thing right there on your head. You don't take it off. Well, then it's actually, which is interesting because I didn't know that there were different, I'm going to say factions for lack of a better term. There's different factions and belief systems in Mandalore culture. And it was the Children of the Watch. I want to say that's what it was. Hold on, looking it up. Give me like 2 seconds. Yes, I know. I should know it. I know I should know it. God bless you. You didn't have to be, God bless you. You didn't have to be so mean. Children of the Watch was, yes. And that's a whole, it's all Mandalore culture. I mean, if you're engrossed in Mandalore culture, if you just want to look it up, I mean, you can look it up, Google it, but it's all part of Mandalore culture. But they're a part of a different Mandalore culture. Mando is a part of a different Mandalore culture or belief system that want to bring in the old ways, which included never taking off your helmet for other people to see, because that's the way. However, we all know Bo-Katan, she takes off her helmet. We've seen her face, which is exactly how I knew who she was, because we've seen her face, because she's part of a different belief system in Mandalorian culture. But she is an authentic Mandalorian. So, of course, Mando doesn't like this. He doesn't like that you remove your helmet. It's like, yo, you're not real. You're not really down with the gang. You're not down with the clique. You got to go. I'm not working with you. But, I mean, they do kind of save his life, because during the whole saving Mando's life, they kind of killed some crew pirates, and the crew pirates were like, you killed my brother, and all that type of stuff. So what ends up happening is that they form an alliance, to say. They strike a deal with each other. Mando will help Bo-Katan get on board an Imperial ship, right? Because remember, during this time period of the Mandalorian, the Empire's just fallen. But of course, there are still people who believe in the Empire and are like, nah, Empire's going to rise again, fool. We're not giving up that easy. We're still going to, you know what I'm saying? We're still going to run. Long live the Empire. And they actually say that. Long live the Empire. They say that in this episode, right? So he strikes a deal to help her get these weapons that are aboard the Imperial ship. They take out some stormtroopers. They fight some Imperial guards. They do a lot of cool actions. It's a really cool action scene, really cool stunt work. It's really cool. It's really nice to look at. It's fun to look at. It's fun to watch. I mean, the action holds up in this episode just as good as it does in any other episode. So after that, you know, they get the weapons. And the reason why the Mandalorian, I skipped over this part. The reason why Mando decides to work with them is because they tell him that they can lead him to a Jedi, which, if we all have been paying attention, we know that Mando has been tasked with taking the child, Baby Yoda, to someone of his kind, which was specified. It was specified to be a Jedi. So he has to take Baby Yoda basically to a Jedi. How does he find a Jedi? Well, it just so happens that Bo-Katan knows where to find a Jedi. And if anyone has watched the Clone Wars, you know that Bo-Katan was on pretty good terms with Ahsoka. I mean, she had a decent rapport with Ahsoka. So, of course, she would be able to lead Mando to, you know, tell him where some Jedi are. So that's the agreement. But the terms kind of change after she gets the weapons, because now Bo-Katan, I'm talking about Bo-Katan here, Bo-Katan wants to take the entire ship, and more. And then it's also revealed that Bo-Katan isn't just trying to take out Imperial ships and get Mandalore back. And, you know, pretty much her mission throughout her entire character arc is to reclaim Mandalore and reclaim the honor, the glory in that, and all that stuff. Again, I'm not too versed on the Siege of Mandalore. That's an extensive story in itself. But she's there to, you know, again, avenge her people. But what she's also after, which interestingly enough, is the Darksaber. Who's the last person we saw with a Darksaber? Moss Gideon. I believe that's his name. The bad guy, the main bad guy from last season. That was like, Ando, Give me the child, and I'll walk away. That guy. I don't know the actor's name, but that guy. If you watch some, you know that was a spot on impression, maybe. I don't know. I should get into impressions, right? No? Okay. You disagree? Yeah? Okay. No one agrees I should do impressions, so I'm not going to do them. So, getting back to the episode, excuse me, getting back to the episode. So Mando helps them out, but says, you know what? I'm not gonna, help with the rest of this. Like, I got you to the ship. You got the ship. Cool. Tell me where the Jedi are. Tell me. You said you know where one is. Tell me. So she tells Mando specifically to go to the Jedi planet. Again, not so great with planet names in Star Wars, but I have a feeling all of our more verse fans know what I'm talking about. So he said, Bo-Katan tells Mando, when you go there, ask for, drum roll, Ahsoka Tano. And at that point, the episode's practically over after that. Of course, they do a wrap up. I skipped over this part. Mando did leave Baby Yoda with the family, with the mom frog creature and the dad frog creature and the little his temptation for food. He left them with them to so they could babysit Baby Yoda while he went and did this mission. And it was funny because when he left Yoda there, he said, "Mind your manners. You know what I'm talking about." Pretty much saying, "Don't you eat them damn eggs." And they show a shot of Yoda before Baby Yoda before it pans our transitions to the next scene. It shows a shot of him just pressed up against the glass of the little babies and going, "I'm gonna eat you." Like his whole face is like, "I'm gonna eat you." But one of the eggs ends up hatching. And so then when Mando goes back to pick up Baby Yoda at the end of the episode, you see that there was a fully hatched little tadpole, because they're frog creatures. So, of course, a little tadpole. And Baby Yoda was loving it, petting it. "Ooh, I like this. Ooh, it's so cute." In my mind, I'm thinking, yo, he gonna eat it now. He really gonna eat it now, because remember, he ate a frog in like the first season. He's definitely gonna eat that tadpole creature. I'm calling it. But it didn't happen. They were able to go and they got back on the ship. The ship got fixed, but it was really a rusty piece of junk at this point. It's like in horrible condition. It still flies, but it's in horrible condition, like bad condition. So what happens after that is really nothing. There's a squid monster that comes and tries to eat Yoda. That's what it was. A squid creature that tries to eat Baby Yoda at the end of the episode. And Mando pretty much stops it. But then, it was kind of weird because I thought Mando threw the little squid creature out of the ship. But then it pans back to, it cuts back to Baby Yoda and he's like slurping the tentacle down. So I was kind of confused about that. Maybe it was something else that fell off the ship. I don't know. But regardless, it happened. And now where we are with our heroes, they are on the way to the Jedi planet to find one Ahsoka Tano. And I, for one, could not be more excited. I have been waiting and waiting because I heard that they were going to have Ahsoka's live action debut in this episode. And, not in this episode, in this season. And she's going to be played by Rosario Dawson. And I've been like, yo, I cannot wait to see a live action Ahsoka Tano. All of my Ahsoka Tano fans know that we have been waiting to see a live action Ahsoka Tano since Ahsoka Tano got cool. I digress. I'm excited. I thought this was a great episode. Now, how do I think that this episode holds up against the other two? This is definitely an episode 3. And by that, when you have a TV show sometimes that starts off with like really high momentum, somewhere around like the 3rd or 4th episode, maybe even the 5th episode, the momentum it's almost like they pull all their tricks out and like they realize, oh crap, we kind of got to start telling the story now. Like, because the first 2 episodes, it was story based. The overarching story still existed, but they were they were more standalone like you could just kind of watch those episodes and be like, okay, yeah, that's a cool show to watch. But this is where the overarching story starts to it's where the overarching story starts to play in. So now I think that we're in the point of the season where we're going to start getting more of the story. We're going to start getting more of the mystery. We're going to start getting more of the main major conflict, especially since they just bought Moss Gideon. I hope I'm saying the right person. Oh my gosh, the guy with the Darksaber from the end of last season. Especially since they're starting to bring him back into play, like they brought him back into play. It was just a hologram talking to them people, saying, "Hey, look, if those Mandalorians took over your ship, you know what you got to do. You got to kamikaze this mug." You know what I'm saying? So knowing that they're bringing him into play now, they kind of showed him like, yeah, he's still out there. He still exists. There's a quest for the Darksaber going on here. Someone, people want the Darksaber, and now we're about to be introduced to Jedis as far as this storyline goes. I think that now they're starting to pick up the pace with the story. So, I mean, like I said, it's just a typical episode 3. It's the episode where, now we're starting to pick up momentum. Now we're getting into the groove of things, especially since a lot of people's Disney Plus free year trials are starting to expire. Oh, Ahsoka Tano's coming, but you gotta renew your subscription to see it. So clever. Well played, Disney. Well played. So I am excited for next week. I definitely will still have my Disney Plus subscription that I'll still be watching legally on Disney Plus, of course, because Disney Plus is a great streaming service that isn't airing any of my highly anticipated Marvel shows until next year. And Soul comes out on Christmas, so that's a good thing. And, yeah. But The Mandalorian is a great show, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here. If you guys have been tuning into Mandalorian, what are your thoughts of this season so far? Are you excited for what comes next, or do you kind of think that this might not be the best direction to go? Let me know in the comments down below. Again, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and most importantly, subscribe here to our YouTube channel. We do videos here weekly. And again, I will be back here next Friday with another review of The Mandalorian Season 2. In the meantime, Tuesday, Sam will be here doing her anime review. Really excited about that. So, yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Take care. Have a great night. Continue to stay safe out there. It is now 12:03 a.m. It is officially Saturday, so everyone have a great Saturday. Stay safe, wear your mask, blah, 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 all that good stuff. You guys know what to do. Practice social distancing. Until next time, I'm Dave. Peace.